Did any having no forward facing sonar, did that factor into like the lakes that you chose and the locations? Did that have any factor into it?
I'll be completely honest with you. Um, if I had it the way I wanted it to be, I would actually want to go to places where forward facing sonar is the only way to win a tournament. Like Winnipesaukee. I shouldn't say this about Winnipesaukee, but if you're good with forward facing sonar at Winnipesaukee, you're gonna get 90 plus inches certain times of the year. Like I'm still a shallow water fisherman at Winnipesaukee, but I know there's some really nice humps there and everything. I would much rather fish a place like that with no forward facing sonar to see how the forward facing sonar guys do without forward facing sonar. But I love rivers, okay? I love small, shitty, dirty ponds and things like that. But I also had to make it so that all the places we fished had at least 25 parking spaces because we all had to launch from the same location. So that way I could check everybody's boat for forward facing sonar. I have to do that inspection before the tournament to make sure people aren't using it, make sure they're not cheating. Only way to do that, everybody needs to be at the same launch. So that was the factor right there in my picking my locations.
Yeah, it makes sense. They got those new parking passes this year that you're expected to put on. And they
Yeah.
only give you, like, you can have 25 people in the tournament, but they might
Yeah.
only give you 8 passes to park.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
asked Ken about that from last year, and Anthony Campbell, Anthony said he'd never heard of that. And I
Yeah.
asked the guy, you probably talked to Brett Sherry. Uh,
Yep.
I asked him, and he said, well, it's always been there. They just haven't really enforced it.
Right. And I still don't think they're going to enforce it, but I'm making sure I'm doing a little extra work to make sure I have extra parking. So I'm still working on that, especially like Charles Waltham. There's this huge company across the street. Nobody works on Saturday. They have like 100 parking spaces. So I'm trying to get them to let us use some of their parking spaces. Because last thing I need on the first year of my trail is to get nabbed or hit with any kind of violations from DCR or whatever. I don't want that to happen. So, yeah.
All right, let's talk about like payouts and points and stuff like
Yes.
that. Like how, like entry fees. Like how are you gonna do point systems? Like, does it make you qualify for championships?
Yep.
They're gonna be AOI. Like, kind of
Yep.
walk us through that.
So I decided, originally I was going to do things differently, and I decided, why not just keep it simple and adopt the same payout structure as MAKB? So I'm using the same payout structure as MAKB, same
Very
exact
familiar.
one. Yep. There will be an AOI. So I'm doing 400 points, just like MAKB. Keep it simple. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do the qualifications for the championship. So automatic championship berth if you win, if you get a win, first place, and then top 20. So case in point, if you are, let's say, 30th in AOI, but you got a win for the season, and the rest of the people that got wins are in the top 20, so I'll take those four people out, and then from there, whatever top 20 is left will get qualified. So even if your real rank is 22, you still might squeeze in just because of somebody that has an automatic win. I'd like to fill up the roster as much as possible without going over. So that's how I'm going to do it.
You guys plan on having a Rookie of the Year award in year one?
I thought about that, and I'm like, rookie of the year is ultimately going to be the same as AOI if you think about it. So that's something I'm considering for next year for when new people come in. And then it makes more sense because the AOI, like if I were to do it for whoever wins Angler of the Year, is going to be Rookie of the Year because it's going to be the same criteria. Basically, it's points. So next year I'll probably do that when new people come in the trail. And who knows, the trail might not even be here next year. It's got to work out. I'm hoping it'll work out. People seem to be excited about it. I have some other ideas. I pretty much already have all the lakes picked out for next season, and I'm going to go from uh, 6 tournaments to 9 tournaments, and I'm going to move out west. So some of the people that are far out west in the Berkshires can also fish this tournament trail. Because I know for a fact from talking to people, I know there's people that want to fish a trail with no forward facing sonar. I know it. I know people are excited about it. People have already told me about it. But I kind of left out the West. I'm going as far as Worcester, but I'm trying to make this first season as simple as possible. Next season, I'm going out West and adding some more